You think that your one post that went viral is going to somehow do something that it's probably not going to do except to make you feel good. And I think it's great that it makes you feel good. But if you thought that because you got 7,000 views, you're going to get 7,000 clients, that's not going to happen.
All right. Today we are talking about social media. Again.
Always.
And we're going to break down different ways to use social media, how to figure out what you want to use social media to sort of focus on, and then creating an avatar. So if you're using your social media for marketing, we're going to help you create an avatar to make that better for you.
Yeah, make you think about why and what you're doing with your social media.
Exactly. So before we jump in, we are going to tell you that this week's episode is brought to you by our friends PingPong Design and Marketing. If you want to love your website again, or if you just need a website or you want an analysis done on your website, reach out to PingPong Marketing. Chris and his team create marketing campaigns that inform and convert. That is their mission. And PingPong is offering our audience a special discount on any website or digital marketing campaign. Visit the show notes.
Check it out.
Reach out to Chris and scoop up that offer. I don't know how long it will be there, so scoop it up now.
Ping pong.
Ping pong. And ping pong is not just for hair pros, but the entire health, beauty, and fitness industries. All right, on to the show. So we are traveling again. Mm-hmm. We're here in Central Maine. We were just in the capital, Augusta. We had some lunch with a mentoring client of ours, which was great. And then we sat outside for a little bit because Jen...
hey.
Go ahead. Tell the story.
If you don't know, I am Todd's business partner. I
didn't even do intros.
Yeah.
All right.
It's all good.
You can do the intro.
We have three small children. We own a business. I'm a hairstylist behind the chair. I am here in Maine because I'm going to teach a class tomorrow. And life gets fucking busy. So
mistakes happen, and that's okay.
I had an I'm human moment today.
Yeah, you did. Let them know.
We showed up to, we stay at the same place every time. It's a bed and breakfast. It's just adorable, and I love it, and it supports small business, and I'm all for it. It's owned by one of the people,
a salon owner that
in
you
the area.
Teach for.
Yep. I've taught at his salon many of times, and we'll be back again soon. So I like to support that.
Yeah.
So in my crazy busy life where, hey, there's a squirrel, a butterfly, all these things happening, I booked our bed and breakfast for Monday, not Sunday. So we get here after lunch. It's great. It's beautiful out. It's so awesome. The birds are chirping, and we open the door. Actually, Todd opens the door, and it's locked. So of course, because well,
I didn't open the door.
I tried to, and the micromanager that I am, that I say I'm not, I have to check the lock. He obviously doesn't know how to open a door.
She checked the door as if I haven't been opening doors my entire life.
Fuck my life. So now in a moment of panic, because we are almost 3 hours away from home, I have to teach a class tomorrow. We're sweating, all of the things. There's this beautiful little place you could sit and have a glass of wine, but I'm like, do we even have a place to stay tonight? I have no idea.
You don't even have a glass of wine. I just want to point that out. It's not like we had a glass of wine.
No.
We were just sitting outside. Looking
at this beautiful little patio, like, we could sit out here and have a drink at some point today. But all things went to shit.
And we will, actually. That's a great idea.
And we will. So, of course, we're looking around. The place that we usually have dinner at is booked for the night. So now I'm even more stressed because I'm like, shit, are we stuck here? What are we doing? Oh my God, are we sleeping in a truck? Anyway, it all worked out. We're here.
I didn't even consider that. Back in the day, it would have been like, we'll just crash in the truck. Yeah. No big deal.
So I messed up, but I fixed my mess up, and we're here. I'm human. I'm sure you can relate to human moments you've had. And hey, we're all fucking awesome. So just make shit happen when you can.
I don't.
And I did.
So I just want to point this out too, because it'll be funny for people that know you and have dealt with you. You got mad at the situation.
I was fucking irate. And I don't like to fuck up.
And I was just like, I don't care.
Who does that? I know what the day is, and I checked. I triple checked, which clearly I didn't check.
No, you didn't.
Really, because I was looking at Monday.
You didn't even check
the day I'm teaching.
The first time.
Sunday. I know.
But either way, what I wanted to say was I didn't care. I just wanted to have a plan of action. We had all of our bags on the road. No big deal, right? I threw them back in the truck. I'm like, all right, let's jump in the truck and we'll go to the hotel. So I checked the website real quick, and like Jen said, they're booked. And I'm like, shit.
And our bags aren't like one bag, guys. Like we have the podcast. I have the stuff.
And
for
we're
the
in
salon.
Central Maine. Why the fuck is it booked?
Right.
Sunday night in May.
So weird.
And it's booked. Anyways. All right.
So now we're gonna podcast where we were supposed to, but we can't put the AC on, and it's hot as fuck.
It is hot, but our
Because
mics
it's too
pick
noisy.
up everything.
So we're gonna sit here, sweat, and deliver you
Sweat it out.
some really awesome information about social media, since we have a room to stay in, and realize that life gets busy, and it's okay when you fuck things up. It's okay.
Let's start off with what we like and dislike about social media, and then we'll break down how to decide what people want out of social media.
I love that.
Okay. Do you have a jump point, or do you want me to go?
You can start.
Okay. So social media overall is a super powerful tool.
It's amazing.
And my favorite part about social media is that it's free.
Yes.
Now, yes, you can market. Yes, you can throw some money at ads and things like that and pump posts and whatever. But what you can accomplish with social media for free shouldn't be overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like people do overlook it. So one of the pros for me would be that it's really, really powerful for free.
Yes, I think people mistake the fact that you can throw money at it, because I'm going to allude that people are lazy, but I think it's a mindset situation. I think people are like, oh, well, if I throw money at this ad, then it's going to get me further. Where if you just figure out what you are using social media for and are consistent with it, the free version will work astronomically well for you. And just because you threw some money at some post does not mean it will do any better.
Right. Correct. I agree with that 100%. So what are some other what do you have for pros for social media?
I like to look at social media as a walking business card. It's something that showcases your work, who you're speaking to, the type of client you want to attract, the type of, if it's hair that you do, the type of whatever service you're offering, it should showcase that service. So
it's a way to show off your work.
Yeah. So when you
For
meet
free.
someone, rather than hand them a business card, you can check out my Instagram. Are you on Instagram? I'm on Instagram. And you can see all the things I do and all of the work that I like to do and who I'm trying to attract.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always evolving. So that's the best part about it.
Another pro, I think, or something that I like about social media is that it allows me to connect with people on a different level. So I guess text messaging could accomplish this too. But I talk to people through Instagram that I've met through Instagram that then I've created relationships with outside of Instagram, but I still communicate with these people through Instagram.
The same here, actually.
Yeah. So, and I don't know
That's
really,
funny that you said that,
I don't know if there's a term for it or whatever, but I like that I can just shoot them a message and there's no, like, I'm not checking my phone. Like where a text message or an email, I feel like I would keep an eye out for. Mm-hmm. Where social media, and now this is just my take on it, and you're going to have to decide and define what you want out of it. But my take on it is that it's just super casual. I do not stress about social media. I don't give a fuck how many likes I get on a post. I don't give a shit who blocks me. I don't give a shit who criticizes me.
Who follows, unfollows.
Secretly
unfollows and pretends they didn't.
Yeah, I see people that don't follow me watching my stories and stuff.
Same.
I don't understand why. Just follow me.
I want to know what you're doing, but I don't want you to know. But I know.
But I can see your name. And I don't care.
Hope
it doesn't.
Someone laughed there.
Yeah, that's not anyone specific. It's just I always see people and I'm like, these people don't follow me, but they watch my stories, which is confusing. But again, I just take social as a really casual sort of thing.
It should be fun and flirty, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like that. Mm-hmm. Not the flirty. I'm happily married. Joking.
Haha.
All right.
If you don't take it so seriously, though, I think you could look at it rather than
you can accomplish some shit
as like some way to make it fun for you. And if you're not having fun with it, then you need to switch it up, because it should just be fun and showcase things how you want.
My social media, and I say my because a few episodes ago, Jen, you pointed out that I do all the social media. So it's really ours, but I'm just going to say my social media.
Yeah.
My social media has brought opportunities for me,
Yeah,
for you, for our salon, for some of our staff. And that's what I feel like is rewarding. And because I keep it super casual, there's no stress. It's all bonus. I don't expect my social media to do a certain thing.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care because we have so many, because I don't put as much stock into it as a lot of other people. A lot of people put way too much stock in social media.
I would agree.
I have some stuff.
Think they're going to be Instagram famous on one post.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
And that's
Instagram
just not
famous.
how it works. And I think
it could be. Maybe you hit. Yeah. Who knows? You go viral. Great. Good for you.
So you have a viral post. I mean, but then again, so
I've
goal with the post
viral shit. It doesn't matter.
This podcast is for you to identify, in my opinion, what are you trying to do with it? Are you trying to get one viral post? Cool. But if you're trying to either gain clients or you're trying to help other hair pros, like what is your actual goal with that? Like for me and my Instagram, the one that I manage, like my personal business one, I guess you'd call it.
All right. So let's jump into some cons before we get to that.
Okay, cool.
Because I just want to
The cons of social media to me is that you think that your one post that went viral is going to somehow do something that it's probably not going to do except to make you feel good. And I think it's great that it makes you feel good, but if you thought that because you got 7,000 views you're going to get 7,000 clients, that's not going to happen. It just depends on what you're trying to do. If it's just so that you can be like, I got 7,000 views and hey, I'm high-fiving you in the air right now and that's friggin' great. Like, good for you. Like, if that makes you like, I feel like I made it, awesome. But I think people need to look at it, and the cons is that they get wrapped up in social media and the fakeness of it. Social media is there for people to...
So I think you can look at that a different way. I think that a lot of what you see on social media is fake. So personally, like, I know people in real life and I watch them on social media and they portray this world that doesn't exist. And I know for a fact it doesn't exist because they're trying to create this sort of fake
personality
but they start to think that that's real.
Right. Yeah.
They start to think that, if I just say this, then that's me. Because I've seen people, I'm not going to give examples because I'm not calling anyone out or whatever. But just because somebody posts something on social media does not mean it's real. Most of the shit on social media is not real on purpose. It's entertainment.
For sure. I think, and that's probably it's pro and con, but the biggest con, because it's easy to get wrapped in like, I want to do what they're doing. Like, you don't really even know what they're doing. You just saw a post. Like, you don't know what's really behind that, or what, that's not their everyday life.
So another con that I had before we move on is just the stress that I see social media adding to people's lives.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And the time commitment. So you'll see all these people that, the gurus out there of the world that know everything, that will be like, you have to post consistently. And they confuse consistently with amount or frequency. Sorry. So they're like, you have to post every day. False.
Hell no.
You do not have to post on social media every day.
For me, consistency
could be once a month.
Yeah. So my consistency is I try to do once a week. And that's a consistency that I am working on still, because again, I'm human. But I agree. I think people think consistency and I have to post so many posts per day, per week, whatever. No, whatever your consistency is for you, lay it out, and that's your consistency.
Definitely definitely be aware of anyone that tells you that it can only be done one way and that there's this one size fits all template, and that because we've tested posting daily, twice a week, 3 times. We've tested once a week. We've tested multiple times a day.
We have had some traction where you haven't even posted for like a week or 2.
I skipped a couple weeks to see what would happen, and we gained a bunch of followers.
Yeah.
Not a bunch, not a shit ton. We have
but people need to understand that it's not just like, it's not one way only.
Right. The other thing that I had here is that social media, and this is a con still, is that social media can make people feel uncomfortable or make people feel like something's unattainable because they see other people doing it and they think I could never do that. But what they don't realize is that person might not even be doing that.
Right.
because it's so easy to fake. Like if you're slightly creative, and I would argue most of the people listening to this podcast are either in the hair industry or creatives in other fields or whatever. If you're slightly creative, you can make movies on social media. Fake stuff.
Yeah, our kids do it.
There are so many special effects. So it's really, really easy to fake stuff. So when you're looking around on social, just be aware of how you feel and just be conscious of it.
I love that because I do think it's really
Say it
important. I love that. It's really important to also have a feel. Like if you're on social media and you're scrolling around and you're like, why am I getting so irritated? Pause, get off, figure it out, unfollow all the fucking people that just made you feel however it was.
Big advice right there.
Yeah.
If you don't like the shit people are putting out, unfollow them.
Yeah.
Why would you choose to see that?
Exactly. Like, and figure it in and hone in on the people that you should be following, the people that maybe you look up to or give you some inspiration or like, wow, like, okay, I want to do some stuff like that, you know? And if there's things that are happening that are just not sitting right with you, then be done with it. Have fun. If you're not having fun, then I don't know why you're doing it.
I don't do anything except drive here that I don't enjoy.
Agreed.
Even the ride here is not that bad. It's 2.5 hours.
It's getting better. You're getting used to it.
Getting better every weekend that we do it. All right, let's dive into the bulk of the podcast.
Yes.
So let's help people decide what they want out of social media.
I think this is very important because I do not believe that majority of people really think about. They might think of how they want their social media to look in perhaps of like, I want quotes on the right side. I want
tile
blue down the middle.
I want a tile pattern.
Yeah, I don't mean that. Like,
which is cool, by the way. Just so you know, when I make fun of people or things or ideas, it's all in fun.
My Instagram's a chaotic mess. You know why? Because I'm a chaotic mess. It reflects me.
I don't really have anything else to add. Should we close out? I'm just kidding.
No, and you're not picking on people.
I just want to make that clear because I pick on things because it's fucking funny. That's why. I pick on stuff.
Hopefully it inspires somebody to be like, oh, I do that. But if you like that you do that, awesome.
I pick on captions all the time. Caramel latte, whatever.
Chicken parm.
Bullshit. Chicken parm. That's a good one.
You made that one up.
So our staff is always like, Todd's going to hate this. I'm not going to hate it.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Am I going to pick on it? Yes.
Yeah.
Why? Because I like you and it's funny.
Yeah.
But I don't mean any harm. So I just want to be clear on that.
That was great. I think it's really important for who's ever listening, if however you use your social media as your tool with your business, that you maybe think about what do you want that tool to be? Is it for you to gain clients? Is it for you to talk to other professionals in your industry? Is it just for fun? Is it all three? Like mine's a little bit of everything. It's just to think about so you have more intentional actions to get that social media where you want it to be and not like, why isn't this working for me?
That's really what it is all about. That's what it breaks down to is what, like if you don't have a plan, you can't expect anyone else to follow along.
Yeah. Throw it in the universe, but then what actions are you doing to make that come to life?
Have you ever seen a movie that feels like it's going nowhere? Then it starts heading down a road, but it takes a twist that you could have never seen coming and it heads in a different direction.
I'm sure. Can't think of
and
one.
2 hours later, you're like, wow, I have no clue what happened. That's what I feel like most people do with their social. So you're following along and there is nothing cohesive. There's nothing. It's just a random picture at a random time, which again is fine. I'm not going to get into breaking down.
It's fine if your social media is just for you to have fun.
Right.
But if you're trying
and that's okay,
to do something with it and not seeing the results, you need to figure out what you're not doing.
If you want people to follow along, you have to give them something to follow. For example, if you're using your stories in a way on Instagram that doesn't tell a story, you're missing out. Mm-hmm. If that's a tool you want to use.
Right.
Because people don't know what, like I don't watch very many people's stories. Odds are if you're listening and I've watched your story, it was because I hit the button by accident. Not being a jerk. I just don't watch very many stories. Mm-hmm. I have some people that I do. I see their name pop up in that little circle on the top and I hit that shit because I know they have something interesting.
Right.
I know they're telling me about their day. Maybe they give me their to-do list and I'm like, I'm curious of what this person is up to every day. Maybe they're giving me a picture of them. I follow one stylist that she posts a picture of her sitting in her fucking chair at the beginning of every day. And I'm like, I just want to see what her outfit is and whatever. I don't know. I don't even know her. I mean, I've talked to her on social media, but I don't know her in real life at all. Maybe we'll meet someday. But either way, I watch her story, you know?
Well, and she's being consistent. If she's posting that picture every day she works, there's her consistency too, right?
Right. And it makes me just be like, oh, I wonder what she's up to today.
That's engaging.
Yes.
That's the part about consistency that's very engaging.
Yes.
That I think people don't realize when they think consistency, like, oh, I can't do 3 posts a day. It's not that. Maybe you find something that's fun for you, like it is your outfits, and that's the post you do every day you work.
Yeah. I have people that I follow that will post whatever music they're listening to that day, post their outfit, like I said, or their sneakers, or what the fuck ever. And I'm like, okay, I find that interesting, so I'm going to follow their story. Other people, not so much.
Yeah, I have my like kind of top 10.
One of the big things
that
that turns me off, and this is just my 2 cents, because if you do this, I don't care, and I'm not criticizing anybody.
Do I do it?
I don't think you do. People that never post anything except other people's content.
Oh,
that tells me fucking nothing about you. And if you're just sharing like someone else's work with no context, it's very was that a car beeping?
Yep. So I find that to be lazy.
These
posting.
mics are really fucking sensitive, huh?
We have a thunderstorm rolling in too. Knew that was going to happen.
Sick.
So here's what I would say to those of you that just repost everyone else's stuff. Add some sort of caption or something as to why you're reposting it, because there's where, like, why do you like this? Is this something you want to do on someone's hair? Do you just find it interesting? I don't really care, but tell me your story that got you to repost it. Don't just repost it. Make it engaging. Put a friggin' yes or no. Have you seen this post yet today? I don't care what it is, but definitely make it your own. If you're a reshare all day long, how do you reshare and make it your own? Do that. That can be your thing. And that's engaging.
For sure. So what have we missed? Decide what social media is for you, or define.
Yeah.
Define, whatever. Doesn't matter. Just figure out what you like. Do you want to gain clients from your social media?
Right.
Or do you want to just have fun?
Right. Or are you teaching hair pros? Right? Like,
yes. Are you right? Exactly. So we'll get to creating an avatar.
Yeah.
And
if it's all 3, that's fine. Dabble in all of them and consistently dabble in all of them. Like,
try new things, explore. One of the things I learned when I had my gym, so going back 4 or 5 years now, 4 years, was that you have to just start. And that sounds so cliche, but you have to
start where you are.
You have to, yeah. Remember, I used to pick on that too.
I love that though.
Someone back in the day got a tattoo and it said, start where you are.
I think it was on her foot.
And we were away for the weekend with them, right? With her?
I think so.
Anyways, I saw this tattoo and it said, start where you are. And my first question, because I'm Todd and I'm a literal sarcastic dick. Not really, but I'm a nice guy.
You are nice, but you have, he's a side too.
So start where you are. What's my other option? That was my first question. Where else could I start from? I can only start from right here.
I think
even if I walk over there to start, I still started here. I don't get it. It makes no sense.
We've talked about this before. Maybe this is way off.
If you have that tattoo, if you have that tattoo too, good for you. I'm not picking.
I think it's cool because someone sees a millionaire, right? And they're like, I want to be. Stop it. I want to be a millionaire, right? And tomorrow when I wake up, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to whatever I'm going to do. Like, that millionaire didn't wake up yesterday just as a millionaire. They started somewhere to get to be there. So I think the part is like you have to like get on your path, start where you are today, and then lay out how to get where you want to be. Right.
So
just totally.
I don't know if I said this already, but I had in my notes here, make bad content and then fix it. And that goes to starting where you are, but more importantly, just fucking start.
Yeah, like post the stuff that you think like everyone like you're picking apart every little part. No one's gonna see all that. And at this point, just get some fucking shit up there, post it, and start start your journey.
Start where you are.
And it'll get better as you go. And who cares if that looks crappy in like a few months? That shows you all the growth that you have gone through.
All right, let's jump into social media as a tool. So here's the deal.
Okay.
If you decide that you want to use social media for marketing, that's thunder?
Yep.
Wow. And the lights just came on that little patio. I'm
Nice.
still sitting out there.
We're going to go. Yeah.
So, all right. Say you decide, you know what? I want to use my social media for marketing. I want to gain new clients. That could be clients for behind the chair, could be mentoring clients, could be
And I think that's what a lot of people do.
Doesn't matter.
Want to do with that.
Right. You want to gain clients. Social media at that point, in my opinion, and the opinion of a lot of people that I've spoken to in marketing, that's not your end all. You can't just post on social media and hope to gain clients. Because several reasons. The biggest one is the people that are on social media that follow you already know you exist. So that's great.
This is where social media becomes your walking business card, right?
Yeah, it could. Yeah, sure. What I was going to say is that you're trying to get in front of people that don't know you exist because you want to broaden your reach.
Right.
So how do you do
there.
that? How do you do that? Well, we have some stuff coming in the works, but SEO, all the digital marketing things. Maybe you have a blog. Maybe you are doing pay-per-click advertising. Maybe you are creating, resources. We have people that are getting out in their communities and doing classes to teach people how to do braids for their kids, like stuff like that. But that's off of social media.
Right.
So there's a lot more success you're going to have the wider you go.
Right. And the social media then will complement that.
Yes. Great compliment. Is that rain?
Yep.
Wow, these mics are sensitive. So you guys are going to hear the rain because there's nothing I can do to get that out.
Off an AC.
What else do we have for social media? It's not your...
I think next thing might be how to create that avatar, right?
That's the last thing I had in my notes. I just didn't know if we had anything before getting there.
It's really, I guess, the direction of where you want to go. Figure out like what do you want how do you want it to serve you? But now, what's the avatar? What's the person you're looking for, right? And we do this with our staff all the time. All
the time, constantly. So I think you have to ask yourself some questions first. Like you want to know, so say you want to grow your social media audience. I want to expand my audience. I want to expand my reach on social. Great. You got to ask yourself some questions. So like, why do you want people to follow you? If you post, again, I just released a blog post with, I sent some questions to Christian. Christian Awesome, shout out.
Check out the blog post. It's actually really entertaining. And Christian as a whole, his social media is fire.
Yeah, his social media inspired me to write that whole blog post.
And he's just a cool dude.
So I had this conversation with him and he was like, I agree completely. A lot of people in our industry will be like, I want to use my social media for marketing. Okay, cool. And then they post the back of someone's head and they write, vanilla dreams. Why would somebody find that inspiring? Why would somebody... Now, I'm not saying the hair color or the cut or whatever you did isn't fucking stellar. I'm not saying it's not fucking out of this world. Right. It could be. It probably is. You're probably super talented if you're listening to us.
But what do you want your vanilla swirl to do for you?
Right. Right. What do you... It's really pouring out.
Legit can't do anything about that.
Wowzers. I don't think I've ever said wowzers in my life, but here we are. So I just think you have to sort of ask yourself, like, why do you want people to follow you? And then
you don't have to spend an hour figuring out vanilla swirl. Like literally,
oh man, I've seen people spend so much fucking time.
This is what I do. Like, do you wish your hair was this blonde? Click the link below and book your appointment with me.
Yeah, there you go.
It could be, do you wish your hair was this blonde? Hey, I call it vanilla swirl. But you want to like, oh, I do wish my hair was that blonde. And I will click that because I want that vanilla swirl blonde. But you put a question in there so that they now thought about why they want the vanilla swirl blonde. If you just write vanilla swirl blonde, that does nothing for me. Right. But you engage me with, do you want your hair this blonde? I call it Vanilla Swirl. So maybe then they book their appointment with you online and in
Stop
the
saying
comments.
Vanilla Swirl.
Well, because in the comments they could put, I want that Vanilla Swirl. But if you want to name your blonde something or your color something,
go for it.
Engage first and then like put your caption, and then before you know it, everyone will be requesting that caption because you put the question.
Right. I would
That's all.
Exactly. I would switch that, because if you look at marketing and talk to anybody in marketing, they're going to tell you that you have to get that hook. You have, what is it, 3 seconds, half a second, quarter of a second, something stupid to capture somebody's attention on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And just, I'm not even, if I just see the back of a head, I'm not even stopping.
Right.
It doesn't engage me.
Give me a smiling face.
Yeah.
I want to see someone that looks like they're having fun.
The face is a whole other thing. Yeah.
They're doing whatever looks cool to me, right? Like the back of the head does not, because there's 17 others that I just scrolled through to get to yours.
The next question that you should ask yourself is, what are you hoping the outcome will be? So you have this post, you have the back of someone's head. It's Vanilla Swirl, Milky Shake, Milky Way, whatever you want to call it.
Chicken parm.
What do you want the person those trees are about to fucking fall down.
Knock it off.
What is happening? Okay, so what do you want the person to do? What do you want the outcome to be? You want them to book an appointment? I want to fill my book. Then why are you writing vanilla latte?
You need to tell them to book with you.
And not instructing people on what to do.
On my Instagram, you'll see, like, I always write book a consultation. I'm not even asking them to book. I just want a consultation because...
Well, you don't even know if it's the right fit.
That's the situation I'm in.
Right.
But so my call to action is always, let's chat, book a consultation. That's what I put at the bottom of my post, because that's generally, I want to know if you're exactly the right fit for me personally, and what your hair goals are, and if that works for me.
The next question I had on here on my list is this goes back to, you want to grow your audience, right? You want to grow your audience and gain clients. What value are you providing on your social media to others?
What do you mean by that?
Why would I follow your social media? Why would I hit follow? Do you give me tips and tricks?
Okay.
Do you give me funny stories?
Gotcha.
You
so value
post,
meaning what
the fuck do I get out of it? Why would I follow you? I think a lot of people are like, you should follow me.
I think
Why?
That's actually a really amazing tip that I would bet a lot of people don't think about. Like what value, what do I bring to the table? Right?
No. So yes and no. It's not what you bring to the table, it's the value you provide for others. I think that's the lens that successful people, when you're successful, the lens that you look through is, what can you do to help other people?
So let's say, okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I think so.
There's some thunder and lightning.
You're welcome, peeps.
Yeah.
So I'm posting my blonde girl, right? And maybe that one I just want to say, hey, do you want your hair this blonde? Book now, my link below. And then tomorrow I'm like, what do I maybe show them, like a tutorial of how to style that blonde? Like, is that maybe the value I offer? I'm trying to so I'm listening to this and like, okay, how do I change my social media? Like, what do I do? How do I offer that value?
So
I'm honestly asking this question for myself too.
No, I know you are. And I want to answer it. So here's the deal. Here's what we do with our social media. And I used to do this with the gym. We have 3 pillars.
Okay. I'm following.
Okay. So our goal with our social media across the board is to educate,
yes,
inspire, or entertain.
Okay.
So if you can fit a post into one or more of those baskets, it's a go.
Educate, inspire, entertain. All right. That's cool.
So it might be inspiration, and maybe those are the back of the head shots. Those are inspiration. Hey, what do you want your hair to look like? Check out my page for inspiration.
Cool.
There's a shit ton of blondes on there because you're a blonding expert, and that's what you want to focus on.
Okay.
Or there's a shit ton of rainbow hair, unicorn hair,
whatever is
because that's what you want to focus on. And the people can then look at that and be inspired.
Yeah.
Okay. Educate. With blonding, maybe it's maintenance. Maybe it's integrity of hair.
I'm totally getting this right now. Yeah, like hot tools. Don't overdo it. Your hair's blonde.
Whatever.
Like whatever.
What the fuck ever.
All right. So how do I help that? Okay.
Rainbow hair. Maybe it's upkeep.
Yeah.
Maintenance and upkeep will probably be the same thing.
How do you wash it and take care of it to keep its vibrancy? best conditioners.
So you
to
have
use on
custom. Yeah, you have.
We have Fab Pro.
Fab Pro by Evo. So
Which is amazing.
Custom conditioners, and that's not even just for rainbow hair. That could be for any hair.
Everybody.
It could be for
but
blonde, for
your rainbow
brunette,
hair people.
for copper.
You could do that for anybody, no matter where you get your hair done. You
Correct.
can come in and we can formulate it for you.
Right.
So that's a cool educational tool and inspirational.
Right. Tell the story.
2 nuggets in the basket right there.
And then entertainment. Sometimes it's okay to just have fun.
Agreed. And show your face.
Yeah,
Right?
if you want to. Yeah.
Like I will say this. I see a lot of pages and I'm like, I wish I knew what the person looked like that was doing that hair.
Yeah.
Like
true,
I kind of
true.
want to, like, I just want to see a
I've
few
run
action
out of-
shots or like,
I've
who
run
are
out
you?
of ways to relate to you. I want to see your,
who
I
are
want to see
you?
you now.
Who's doing the hair? Like, there's a little bit of that, and it can be uncomfortable. I understand that, but if you're truly trying to attract an audience or whoever to either come in your salon, whatever you're trying to do, you're part of that. So your page should be part of you. I want to see that.
Agreed. So that's our focus with Hello Hair Pro, with our Hello Hair Co. pages, and I do it with my Many Aprons page, but it's always I'm either trying to inspire somebody, I'm trying to educate them, or I'm trying to just entertain. Let's have some fun together.
I think it is what I do. I don't think I realize I don't think I'm as intentional with it, but now that you've said that out loud.
Hopefully you can focus now more.
I think that will streamline my own page for myself.
Yeah.
So thanks.
I'm not a social media guru by any means, not even close. I don't want to be.
Honestly, that's better because then at least the tips are real. It's what we do. Cool.
Yeah, I'm just giving you stuff that works. And if you look at my page, I think, what do I have, like 300 followers on my Many Aprons page? I don't even care. But you know what I have? And I said this recently on this podcast? Engagement.
Right, which
I've
is what's
had
important, yeah.
so many amazing opportunities. I've met so many amazing people. And none of that would happen without social media.
Agreed. Same here. And I think if you're in whatever your business is, if it's a salon, that's generally what we speak to.
Sorry about the noise, because that's getting loud.
And you have, a people, like a team around you that are like, I want to support you. Well, ask them to comment, like, and share your posts.
Oh, easy wins.
And that will, like, if you get your salon on board with that, and every single person that's in your salon or all of your friends, whoever your circle is, if they can all comment, like, and share, huge for you, for your following. And then hopefully that almost gets you inspired yourself to start doing these educational, inspirational, I forget what your other third one was. Educational, inspirational, entertainment posts going, and you start to feel like you're like getting some traction, and that is where it's really like becomes fun, and you don't even realize it, but before you know it, you're being consistent and you're doing all of those things. And hey, maybe it creates some kind of fun team bonding in your salon because you're like, we're all going to help each other, and this is what we're going to do. Like that's where it's cool.
Agreed. So should we move into creating an avatar?
Sure.
So we're assuming that you want to grow your business, whatever it is, through your social media. So working under that assumption, here are some things to think about. And this could take you off of social media, because that's just what you need to do, to be honest with you. So I always coach people to a what, who, where sort of approach. And we've talked about this. I think we talked about it even last podcast, maybe. We'll break it down again. So first of all, you need to figure out yourself. So you need to figure out what services you want to offer. Okay? That's the first step.
Yeah, what services make you happy?
So that's like your what. Right? So what do you do? What do you offer? What problem do you solve for me? Look at it through that lens. Look at it through, say you're listening right now and you're like, my social media. No, flip it. Open your social media, but open it as not you. Open it as someone that doesn't know you. Can you easily identify what this person does? It's you. So you should be able to. And if you're like, fuck, I'm a blonding expert, and it doesn't say that on here, and none of my last 9 photos are anything about blondes, you need to reevaluate.
Right.
Because that's not really what you want to do. That's just my 2 cents. But
No, it's true.
You need to have some sort of clarity. And I'm not saying post this again, not saying post the same thing every day.
And you also don't need to restart your Instagram if you're like, oh my God, my Instagram does none of these things.
No, and you don't need 19 pages. Just fucking focus.
That's my next thing.
Jesus.
All of your, if you,
sakes.
It should all be under one umbrella and you just dabble in all of it. And you start from today and you start establishing yourself with all of these things. You don't have to recreate your Instagram to have it have a different look. You'll just see your journey and where your growth came from.
You know what we're going to do right now? We're going to run through this exercise with Jen.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
All right. Jen, what do you do?
Hair.
I know you do hair, and I knew that was coming. Give me some specifics, and the more specific you can be,
like what do I
better.
love to do?
Yeah, what do you love to do? Don't talk about the people or anything like that. Just what do you love to do? What kind of hair?
I love blondes.
Me too. Married one.
Yep. I love haircutting.
Mm-hmm.
And recently have a love for the people that want their...
What? Not who?
Gray coverage clients that are not looking for full coverage and don't understand how to even articulate that.
Okay, perfect.
Because it's trending.
So that's a who again.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
So now I'm going to ask you, who do you want to provide that service for?
Yeah, so I want to provide services for people that I enjoy.
That don't know. You just said it.
Their time. I want to talk to people. So I want moms. It's kind of somewhat what I
Here we go. This is great. All right. So
generally moms and older. Like I like moms
and older.
Moms that have...
So from 15...
Grandmoms.
What was teenage mom?
No.
Is that 14? 15?
Moms like... I'm talking 35.
Okay. Here we go.
35 to like 70.
This is what I'm talking. Okay.
Even 80. Actually, I have some 90-year-olds. I like them. 35 and up.
You have some mid-90s.
Yeah.
Clients.
35. I'll go up to the day you are no longer here. And I'll
Okay, let's move on.
Okay. 35 and up.
We're keeping this fun.
Okay.
So now we have our what. We know Jen likes blonding. We know that she likes to do gray coverage. We know that she...
Sheer gray coverage.
Yep.
Specific. And hair cutting.
And hair cutting, right? So... And now we know who she wants to
35 and up,
serve,
baby.
Right? You want to provide those services to those people. Mm-hmm. Now, let's ask ourselves where. And what do I mean by where? Where are those people? I'm going to tell you right now, a big chunk of your clientele is not on Instagram.
I know.
Because they're
I get them
60,
from
70,
Facebook.
80, 90 years old. Right? But by asking where these people are, where are these people spending their time, and going through and creating this avatar, it allows us to identify where they are.
It actually was my aha moment
aren't.
recently because I started posting more on Facebook and I've gotten a bunch of new people from that because realizing
Instagram doesn't work for what you're looking for.
Correct.
It fucking doesn't.
I use
Is there someone out there doing it? Yes.
Yeah.
For you, wasn't working.
My clients come from Facebook.
And you're booked.
Yeah. My traction on Instagram is more of my booking myself for teaching classes and honestly just tagging my clients to say, hey, thanks for coming and sit in my chair. That's really where...
Entertainment.
Yeah. Yes.
It fits.
It's an entertainment value.
It fits.
For sure.
So, and that could become inspiration for other people, which is awesome. And you do a little bit of educating on there. Not a ton, but you do some like, oh, try this or whatever. Right? Mm-hmm. So once you have that what, who, where, you need to take action. Just take action. Post photos, videos, clips. I don't know. Whatever. Post whatever you want that falls into that category of what you decided that you want to do. Aim it at who you want to serve. Speak the language that makes sense for them, right? If I'm talking to a 16-year-old girl that is in high school and concerned about the boy sitting across from her at the lunch table, I'm going to speak differently than I'm going to speak to a 55-year-old business owner with 5 kids and a lot of stress and whatever.
Right.
So it's important to run through these exercises and figure out those things.
Absolutely.
What sort of language do you need to use? What's going to attract these people?
Because then you know where your focus goes.
Let's take it a step further.
Okay.
You mentioned moms. Moms is oh my God, a demographic that you want to serve.
Yeah, I can relate to them.
Okay, cool. Where do moms spend their time? Not on social media, not online, in real life.
So probably currently the moms that I want to service are most likely checking their kids back and forth to different sporting events.
Sporting events, boom, there's one.
I definitely feel I can find them at parks because my own kids are there.
Parks, yep.
Coffee shops for sure.
Coffee shops.
Depending.
So as you're going through, you should be writing
honestly,
these things down too. Make a list, people, when you're working this yourself. Because what I think you should do, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm not really sorry because this is how we run our show.
Yeah.
So what you should do is you should create, if you want, you could do one, but you could create like 3 separate avatars.
Yeah.
Just know that you're speaking to 3 separate, like you need to make one post about this person, one post, because that's where the consistency part comes in on social media. So for example, if I know every Tuesday that this, barber posts this really cool technique that he uses, I don't really care if on Fridays he posts his dog. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's okay that he posts that. I just know on Tuesdays I'm keeping my eye out because that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, like I know the people.
That's how you can give consistency to people and not always post the same shit.
And even timing, like my mom group, whatever, they're getting their kids on the bus at 8 a.m. and they're getting them off around 3:30. So am I. I'm just not posting that time because, well, that's not for me.
By the way, there are times where Jen is out booking clients at the bus stop.
I have done that too.
Clients are walking by. People are walking their dogs past our house, see like our sweatshirts or whatever, and stop to chat. And next thing you know, they're in getting their hair cut and colored that day.
Yeah, I do that.
So, and that's not on social media. That's being social.
Yeah, just being out and about. Hold on, I have my phone right here.
Mm-hmm.
I also will say, if part of your social media is to attract new clients, an easy way to take it off social media and make that connection, my most favorite clients, I ask them for referrals. I want more of you. And I'm totally fine with asking that.
Fuck yeah.
So if that's your main thing with your social media,
if you're not saying that to people and you want to grow your clientele, you don't want to grow your clientele.
Yeah.
Because you're not doing and now if you didn't know that, now you know. So there's no excuse. Yeah. The next time you see pick your top 5 favorite clients, don't wait. Text them.
Yeah.
Do whatever.
Yeah, and I'm at a point. And anybody could do this. I don't think you have to be at my point, but with clients, if I'll have a phone chat consultation, and if it doesn't seem like a good fit, it's not for me. Like I don't want to be stressed out with that. So
yeah, of course.
So grow that social media, and those people that reach out, all those DMs you get, if they're literally having you consult over an hour back and forth, move on. A consultation to me over a DM is book a consultation with me. And
you can't consult
in my
over
salon. I know, but
you cannot consult over a DM. But
people get caught up in it, and
Stupid.
So stop doing that because they're probably DMing you and 100 other people. So
right, we've seen that.
What you would do is, if you want to book a consult with me and come in the salon or do it virtually, totally cool. Don't keep going back and forth on DM.
Yeah,
it's not worth it.
So when
Stop
I said stupid, I don't mean you're stupid if you're doing that. I mean the concept is stupid.
I don't even think sometimes people think of it. Yeah,
that's what I was just going to say. Do not waste your time.
And they
DMing back and forth. The person
should.
So first of all, is this one of your who's?
Right. Do you want to even?
Yes or no? If it's a no, stop.
I don't have time for you.
Either refer them to someone in your salon, a friend, at another salon, whatever.
Yeah.
The crazy bin, call the police, whatever you fucking have to do.
But get them to book a consultation with you virtually or in person.
Commit or don't commit.
Right. If they'll commit to that, then now it's a real person.
I am not giving time to somebody that has no.
I've seen it with a lot of new stylists that are they're just doing too much offline.
I'm new.
Yeah, but you just wouldn't do that. I'm newer, younger stylists.
No, I would never do that.
Newer, younger hair pros that are caught up in stuff that's a waste of their time.
So if somebody doesn't, if something doesn't fit, somebody doesn't fit, you need to. It's like your responsibility to let them know and let them know right off the bat.
Not a good fit.
Not a good fit. I had, real quick, I had somebody book a consultation. We used to call them a no sweat intro at the gym. So there was no tricks, no nothing. You're not coming into sweat. You're not getting a mini workout, right? That's all silly stuff, in my opinion. So we did no sweat intros. Come in, dressed however you want. Doesn't matter. We're not working out. So I had a guy who reached out and he pushed the no sweat intro into a sweat intro. And he was like, is there any way like I could come in, and like observe a class? And I said, sure. You know what I'll do? Let's take it a step further because you pushed it. So I'm going to push it back. I said, why don't you, if you're comfortable with it, why don't you come in, 15 minutes earlier before class? I'll give you a quick tour. I'll have you sign a waiver. And then you can do the warm up with the class. It's like pretty casual stuff that anybody can do. And then you can slide off to the side. So you get a little taste, right? And he was like, oh my God, that's awesome. I was like, great. Glad I could help. At your service. Guy shows up in a suit with a briefcase. So I said, hey man, how's it going? You do not look ready. This guy didn't have a gym bag. I knew he wasn't changing. He had a briefcase. And he said, hey, I just need to be, straight with you. I want to be up front. Too late for that, right? That's what I'm thinking. He goes, I do marketing for this newspaper, blah, blah, blah. And I really wanted to get in here to talk to you, but I didn't think you would, have a meeting with me unless I, was coming to check out your gym as a prospective client. And I was like, yeah, anybody that I would do business with,
not you.
We would start our relationship off with some sort of integrity, right? And honesty. And you didn't give that to me. So piss off, basically. That guy, I will say, was persistent. I think for 2 weeks, every day he showed up for the evening class. We got stickers. We can do this. And I was like, bro, no. He had great stuff too, but it was the principle.
Yeah.
So I think it's our responsibility to be like honest with people and just let them know if it's not a good fit. But don't waste your time on social going back and forth.
No.
Book a consultation or don't. And guess what? If you can't make it to the salon, it's 2022. Book a virtual consultation.
Book something so it's professional.
We didn't invent it, but we do them. Jump on FaceTime.
Yeah.
Jump on Zoom. Whatever. Right? Anything else?
Nope.
All right, let's end it there. That was a long one. What? That was good. We had rain. We had fun stories.
Comment, like, share.
That's a lot. See, you want one call to action, but we'll do that in the next podcast. Yeah. All right.
Ping pong.
Check out PingPong Design and Marketing. Chris and his team are awesome. We're also awesome.
We are. We're here to help. So if you do need some help with social media or whatever else you got going on, please feel free to book a call. First one is free, and we really are here to help people stay inspired in the industry.
Inspire, entertain, educate.
Love it.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Bye. Bye.